Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Letting Go in 2019 series. I'll be reading from this book, The Language of Letting Go, by Beattie, copyright 1990. And it is the 21st of March. Considering commitment. Pay attention to your commitments. While many of us fear committing, it's good to weigh the cost of any commitment we're considering. We need to feel consistently positive that it's an appropriate commitment for us. Many of us have a history of leaping headfirst into commitments without weighing the cost and the possible consequences of that particular commitment. When we get in, we find that we do not really want to commit and feel trapped. Some of us may become afraid of losing out on a particular opportunity if we don't commit. It is true that we will lose out on certain opportunities if we're unwilling to commit. We still need to weigh the commitment. We still need to become clear about whether that commitment seems right for us. If it isn't, we need to be direct and honest with others and ourselves. Be patient. Do some soul searching. Wait for a clear answer. We need to make our commitments not in urgency or panic, but in quiet confidence that what we're committing to is right for us. If something within says no, find the courage to trust that voice. This is not our last chance. It's not the only opportunity we'll ever have. Don't panic. We don't have to commit to what isn't right for us, even if we try to tell ourselves it should be right for us and we should commit. Often we can trust our intuitive sense more than we can trust our intellect about commitments. In the excitement of making a commitment and beginning, we may overlook the realities of the middle. That is what we need to consider. We don't have to commit out of urgency, impulsivity, or fear. We are entitled to ask, will this be good for me? We are entitled to ask if this commitment feels right. Today, God, guide me in making my commitments. Help me say yes to what is in my highest good and no to what isn't. I will give serious consideration before I commit myself to any activity or person. I will take the time to consider if the commitment is really what I want. Wow, that is a long reading, but very full of good information. Be careful what you commit to. Now, when I'm reading this, I'm thinking about situations where you meet somebody and they know somebody else. You don't know that somebody else. And all of a sudden, you're in this chat room or you're in a circumstance, a discussion with the person you do know. And the person that you do know brings in this person you don't know. And you find out that the chemistry is totally wrong. And maybe they asked you beforehand, hey, is it okay if I bring in so-and-so to join our chat? Or is it okay if I invite so-and-so over for tea or breakfast or lunch or dinner, or invite them out to our outing? Or maybe you're sitting at a dinner table and so-and-so comes in the door and they're like, oh, come on and join us. And you find out that this person just rubs you the wrong way. That is rough when you're put in those like really snap commitment type things, even if it's only a momentary thing. However, there's other commitments where you have more of a long-term choice about getting involved in things. You're asked to join some type of a committee. You're asked to go and speak at a certain engagement. Those kind of commitments you have time to think about. So think about it. Consider it. Weigh the pros and the cons. Literally, people say, oh, well, just weigh the pros and the cons of the situation. And you're thinking, well, yeah, that's good, that's bad. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I should go this way. No, literally get a piece of paper out, put pros. On the other side, put cons. And write, well, if I do this, what's the good that's, in it for me or for the other person or all involved? What's the bad thing? What could go wrong? Do that before jumping into a commitment, and you won't feel so trapped afterwards. So many people neglect that step of really thinking, looking before they leap. I'm one of those people that have done it all my life. Thankfully, now I'm a little bit more calculated in what I leap into. I think about it, I pray about it, I give it some time. I learned to say no. That's a hard word to say, but you need to learn to say no as well. Anyway, so the next time you are pressured into a commitment or you're wondering if you should make one, remember your pros and cons list. Remember to pray. Remember to think it through. Remember to meditate on it and really consider. Really consider. And you won't get stuck in a situation of resentment and entrapment. Hopefully that's helpful advice to somebody today. Have a great one, everybody, and join me tomorrow for Letting Go in 2019. I appreciate your kind attention and your thoughtful words and comments. And yes, subscribe if you haven't already for more great information or valuable, helpful tips or whatever, just some fun. My channel's pretty fun at times, and then other times it's serious, but I hope to see everybody soon. And yeah, appreciate you. Have a great day and be blessed, everybody. Till the next Letting Go in 2019. God bless.